Okay.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I call this meeting into session. I'll hand over immediately to one Tony McPro. Tony, if you would like to begin.
Yeah. So I've called this meeting because I was informed today that someone in the club support group did the unthinkable. So what the support group actually is to help one another if we have a problem with FIFA. Andy is correct. It is typically to not buy FIFA 20. That is what it was correctly made for. But when I was informed, when I was just doing the washing up in my own flat, and Arthur was like, "Oh my God, what has happened here?" He was on his phone, and I found out that Andy was playing FIFA 19 Pro Clubs.
That's correct.
So, as soon as I did that, I went to call Andy and didn't pick up. So then we called Richie, and we have decided to call this meeting because we're not happy. I think I'm going to hand over to the other senior member of the support group, who's on the side of, well, mine, Richie, and I think Richie has a few words to say. So, Richie, the floor is yours.
I don't know where I'll begin, to be honest, with this one. I feel let down, really. I do want to hear your thoughts on it, Andy. Are you trying to hide it, or knew you couldn't get away with it?
No, am I allowed to jump in, or?
Yeah, I'd like to hear what you have to say, actually, and I can respond to that.
First of all, didn't try to hide it. Could have appeared offline if I wanted to, and hope that works to my favour.
Well, we actually, can I interject quick?
Yeah.
Me and Jack actually just thought about this, and we were like, it probably wouldn't do him any good because Jack was online, so we thought that you might have you would have done if it was like with Liz's husband or anything. So I'll give you a few points for that, but not all of them.
Can I jump in? Yeah. Because I could have easily got FIFA 20 ages ago if that was the case, and I haven't. And as you touched upon previously, you basically said the support group, the purpose of it was not to get FIFA 20, so personally I don't feel I've done anything wrong.
If you believe that, Andy, I think you're deluded.
Now, gentlemen, as the mediator of this conversation, I must step in. I must say, order. Now we must refrain from using unsatisfactory language at this table. I can easily chuck you out, and I will have you barred from this meeting if we go for personal attacks. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go to the mountain. You can see me actually over here. There's actually a built-in speaker. So we have got Arthur on the other line here, who's also in the meeting, but he's obviously not present.
Can you hear me?
yeah, we've got you loud and clear.
I'm glad there's no technical issues then.
Okay.
One of my issues is that this is the FIFA support group. So you're supposed to consult the group if you have any relapses with this. And yet we find out, not from Andy saying, "Oh, I'm feeling like I want to play FIFA." We find out when I get my phone out to check if I have any friends online because I'm so bored out my brains. So I've seen Andy's appearing online playing FIFA 19, which is bad.
Oh, God.
Especially playing pro clubs, because he knows how much that kind of convinces Tony that he's on edge as it is. I live with this man. He's locked up inside and he's tempted by any FIFA. And for you to be on it, it's not doing him any good whatsoever.
Again,
okay. I would like to hear a retort now. I would like to hear a retort now and give Andy a chance to speak. So if all members of the house could please give Andy a chance to speak for the next couple of minutes. If you'd like to interject, then I will cue you as and when. Okay, thank you, Andy. Go on.
Really, it's a short point. Really, is obviously the main thing was about FIFA 20. We're not going to get that. FIFA 19 is going to be the last one, which we all agreed that. But I think the main problem here is just. Aspect of what I understood it to be. Didn't really think it was, we're never going to play FIFA 19 again. Obviously, this is extenuating circumstances, considering the current situation. So that's why I don't feel I needed to consult anyone. I'm not going to buy FIFA 20.
Okay, can we please hear from Arthur first?
How are we all going to play FIFA 19? Because last time I checked, I've still got the disc. Tony's still got
I've
the
still
disc,
got the disc.
and Richie's disc is pinned up on our wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to interject and say it's not like I'm forcing you to play FIFA 19. I would just
No, but
I don't like that.
yeah. The problem is,
not for me.
Andy,
one at a
mate,
time, please. One at a time.
the problem is, mate.
It's one or nothing.
It's when
All
I
or
saw you on
nothing,
FIFA 19, Andy. It's not even the betrayal that gets me. Do you know what gets me, mate?
I want to jump in because it's not a betrayal. But
No. Okay, fair enough. But okay, that's maybe why it doesn't get me as well. But but do you know what it is? It's that I hate the fact that I'm jealous. I hate the fact that I want to be on the game.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate it. Look, I hate it.
Especially where Tony's terrible. He's still going to score on it.
Thanks for that, mate. but yeah, I hate it because and then I'm literally in my room in London at the moment, and I can see the FIFA 19 in there. Obviously, it's not downloaded on my hard drive. It's never going to get downloaded on my PlayStation again. But I can't play it. Watching you guys, I was tempted to just go, I want to go on that game, but instead I was like, no, I'm not going to go on it. I'm going to stick in solidarity with Jack because Jack literally can't play it because Jack's game is pinned up on mine and Arthur's notice board in pieces. So
can I jump in?
Yes, you can jump in.
But I would say that, let's say, hypothetically, the situation was reversed and I saw you playing it, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because again, I never considered it to be a FIFA 19 thing. I considered it to be a FIFA 20 thing. So.
I think
Okay, so if I could please present an argument to all of our esteemed colleagues and friends here, it would seem to me the only objectively levelled member of this committee and a person who is not within the the agreement in which you have all co-signed. It seems to me that the only issue is that of miscommunication. So I would present. Please let me finish. I would present to Tony, Arthur, and Jack that this one-off affliction, should be accepted to be miscommunication, should be accepted to be a one-off incident, and from this point onwards, all members of the agreement will continue without infraction and will all remain in solidarity while Jack can no longer play FIFA 19, and then all members of the House can be happy that the agreement is understood and can continue unafflicted.
And I would like to interject. Sorry,
would you say?
I thought you were done, sorry.
No, Andy, please.
I was saying, and also I wanted to acknowledge that it wasn't a betrayal.
Okay, that was a bad word. I apologise. I'm going to take that back.
But it wasn't.
From me.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. What I will say is
that
there
was no malice intended.
I know exactly. I know that. I know it was a bit of a misthought step because, but what did we say, Andy? One of the things is that you know that if you and I get it, we'll be okay. We have said this before, haven't you? One of the main reasons why we wouldn't get it is because of Jack, because we don't want him to suffer. And
yeah, that's true.
I would have rather you come and spoke to us, Andy, about this.
Hang on. But I have nothing to speak to you about in my
No,
mind.
but honestly...
Order.
No, I've got to say
please,
this now.
one at a time. Jack, one at a time. Jack.
I honestly would have rather you come up to us and just said, oh, I want to play clubs again. And even threw out there the possibility of 20. And at least we could have spoken about it as a group and made a decision as a group instead of one individual, not naming names, knowing that one other member doesn't have the game. So, you know what I mean, in that sense.
Okay. I would encourage. Can I just say? Let me just speak. I would encourage Andy to take Jack's point in hand, but with the redaction of the point that you should come to him because that directly goes against governmental guidelines for social distancing.
Oh my god! I was going to say. The reason I didn't come to you, Tony, is that about playing FIFA 19 Pro Clubs with Jack, is that, like, as I said, I didn't think there was a problem with it. I wasn't within the agreement.
But then there's a reason why you've not come to us. It's because you know I don't have the game.
About? No, Jack. There's no reason why. I don't know why you're saying that.
I think it's understood by all members of this meeting and all members and all co-signers of the agreement that it's miscommunication, it's not malice, Jack. And I don't think you should continue. Andy, let me finish. I don't think you should continue to stoke the flames.
I don't think you have.
This repute. I think you have. I don't know if you have willingly or done so with malice. I do not accuse you of anything, but I would say that Andy has done so with no malicious intent, and I do think that you should stop from suggesting that he has for this to be solved.
Can I just interject?
I have not heard an apology.
Can I interject and say that I appreciate Jack being the mediator, but I also think he's not very neutral because he wants to play pro clubs with Andy. So that's also a case to be that Jack's.
I'm entirely neutral. I'm more than happy
to play again. That's what he said.
Did he?
I'm proposing for all co-signers of the agreement to herein and thereof from now to continue with the agreement without any miscommunication, but for all members of said agreement not to accuse each other of malice or miscontent. That's what I'm suggesting. I have articulated my point very well.
Okay. Well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would just like. I'd like to say that Arthur would agree with me when I found you on FIFA 19. I was like, I've been close to getting FIFA 20, mate. I've been close. I'm
going to say, I have as well. I said about.
Exactly.
I want us to sit here and make a decision on if we want to. If we get FIFA 20, we get FIFA 20. We get it as a group. If we don't, we don't. That's what I want.
If I can step in again, please. No. The mediator is stepping in. I would like to point to the point of business that Jack has raised on getting FIFA 20. I think that conversation should be separate and should be the next article that this table proposes. But first, we will finish this situation with Andy and FIFA 19. Thank you.
Because me playing FIFA 19 is completely irrelevant as to whether I'm going to get FIFA 20. That's what I'm going to say. I was just going on. Jack was on FIFA. I was like, look.
Okay.
I think at the time it was just me and Jack online.
Okay. So, at this point, I think we are manoeuvring in circles. I'd like to wrap this article up. As far as is understood, there was miscommunication. There was misunderstanding in the terms of the agreement that you had all co-signed. However, Andy has apologised. Jack and Anthony. Yes, Andy has apologised. Jack and Tony have both acknowledged that apology. And can we all agree to move past this and move on to the next article on our agenda?
Yes, but I want more communication in the future.
Right.
What I'm saying is that
I think that's fair.
The reason that just from my point of view, Jack thinks I didn't say anything because I was trying to hide it or whatever. But that's not why. The reason I didn't say anything was I didn't think it was an issue.
It wasn't so much that. But you would. I feel that you might have said something if I had the game.
No, I didn't tell Tony.
I know, but I'm just saying that's maybe not. That's fine.
I think this is a point. This is a point of contention in which you won't find an agreement, but you can find a level playing field. I think that level playing field has been found, and I think that neither of you should continue to provoke a point that is moot.
What I like in the sense with 20 is that we can make a decision on all to play it, but 19 we can't make a decision to all play it. That's the only thing that I'm trying to get across.
Right, I think that's been very clearly articulated, and we are very sympathetic. We are all people on this table are clearly sympathetic. Whoa. Andy, do not. Andy, order.
Whoa, we wanted to move past this, Andy.
Well, Andy, my FIFA made it to a great night. He doesn't even the option to play it, which is probably better for him to be honest.
Well, it's not because he sees you on the game, Andy. Like I see you on the game. And obviously I'm releasing videos daily, some twice a day.
Yeah, and some of their memories.
Some of those memories are coming back, mate. When I'm making it, I've made 5 videos today, Andy. 5 videos for the next 5 days. Andy, you don't understand, mate. It's not good, mate. It's not good, mate. We're all trapped inside.
It's not easy for someone like me who's recovering.
I believe that all statements have been made. I think all arguments and all positions are clear. I think that mediating any further is unnecessary. I think we should move past this and accept that there were wrongdoings on all sides. There were miscommunications on one side, but they have been apologised for, and I think we are all of the understanding that we can move past it very easily. Do we all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I acknowledge the points raised by Richie, and I apologise if my actions caused.
Okay, I don't think we need to go into the individual nuances of why and how the situation has been wrapped up. Let's just wrap it up and accept it. Moving on to the next article, which is FIFA.